Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Checking Boxes with Caldwell's Comics. If you're new to the channel, basically we're just going through my inventory box by box. It's similar to a haul video, except I'm making everything available for sale. So if you are interested in purchasing anything you see in any of my videos, just leave me a comment in the comment section below, or you can email me at caldwellscomicsandcars@gmail.com. All right, continuing on. We are at box 20 in our convention stock, which is in the S's. So we're continuing on with Spider-Man. Untold Tales of Spider-Man 24. We've got Spider-Man Venom #1, Free Comic Book Day. We've got Web of the Scarlet Spider #3. Web of Spider-Man #2. 11. 12. I think this guy's name is Mark Beecham, the artist. 13. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. Excuse me. This is number 20, the 25th anniversary border cover. These are very popular. 21. I think that's Alex Saviuk. Okay. Got number 22. 23. I think that's a Kyle Baker cover. 24. 25. Larry Lieber, Stan Lee's brother. 26. The great Charles Vess. Oh, 2 copies of that one. 27. 28. 29. I think that's Mike Zeck. No, it's Geiger. Spidey and Wolverine. Got 2 copies of that one. Number 30. 31, which is part 1 of the Kraven's Last Hunt story, but Zach and DeMatteis. Got 33. Beautiful Bill Sienkiewicz cover. 2 copies of that one. 35, Alex Saviuk. 36. Number 90, the always popular holograph covers. I think this is, I think gold signifies second printing. First printings were silver holograms. So. 95, you got Ghost Rider and Venom. 102, this is part 6 of Maximum Carnage. 105, yeah, just, I don't know, guys, just Alex Saviuk. I mean, when I say these guys can't draw, I mean, they're not really up to par with, you know, being published by Marvel. I mean, certainly the guy can draw, but this is like, I don't know. I mean, I guess part of it is professional jealousy. I always wanted to be a comic book artist, and I can definitely draw better than this guy. So, you know, right place, right time, right? And again, this is 90s stuff, so at this point he's trying to do image as much as possible. That's this whole inking style is right from Image. Image was so successful that Marvel basically told all their artists to start drawing in that style. 109, 119, pretty sure that's Bags, Mark Bagley. This is some kind of a key. I can't remember what, but it's a key. Oops, these are out of order here. 104. Sorry guys, give me 1 second to put these in order. Okay, 120. This is a flip book. 124. Stephen Butler, another guy that I never cared for. This is a different volume of Web Spider-Man, number 11. We've got annual number 1 with another beautiful Charles Vess cover. Annual number 3, Greg LaRocque. Annual 8, pretty sure that's Bagley. Yeah, it's signed right there. Number 9, another guy that should never have been. I mean, look at this figure. This is just absolutely horrible. Chris Marinan. That's pretty beat up. I should probably go in my dollar bin. Let's put that aside. Okay. This was a book that was super hot right out of the gate. This is the Web of Spider-Man, another different volume. This is the Disney Imagineers cover, which was like the design for the Spider-Man ride at California Adventure, I believe. Don't quote me on that. This guy's art I really like. Who's this? I can't remember the name, but love his style. Looks like Angel Medina, but anyway, this is Marvel Knights, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Number 3 and number 4. I guess it's Vachi Mavlian is the artist. All right. Just about done with Spidey's here. This is Spidey Universe X Special. Cover by Alex Ross. Spitfire one-shot number 1. Squadron Savage number 1. Stan Lee meets Doctor Strange by the great Alan Davis. Stargirl Spring Break Special. I think that's Todd Knock. This was just DC. I think the TV show had just come out, so they were trying to cash in on that. All right, and we got some Star Trek books. This is when DC got the license. I think Marvel had it first, then DC got it afterwards. Yeah, 89. I think Marvel had it back in mid to early 80s. Star Trek number 1. It is now, I think, currently residing at IDW. Star Trek Day of Blood, number 1A. Deep Space Nine, 3A. I eventually had to stop carrying Star Trek at the store. It just wasn't selling. Tried. I mean, I did it for a year and a half, maybe longer. And I would sell maybe one out of every 5 or 6 issues. So at $4.99 a pop, it just got to be too much. This is number Deep Space Nine 4A. Deep Space Nine Dog of War 5A. Discovery. Pardon me, Adventures in the 32nd Century, number 2. Number 3. Halloween, number 1. Back to DC, Star Trek The Next Generation, number 1 and 2. believe that's Jerome Moore is the artist on those. And we're going to get into Star Wars collection that I purchased right now. Coming up in a second here. A couple of more Star Trek books. This is Next Generation, the series finale. I don't know what number. The price sticker is over the number. Star Trek Picard's Academy, number 1. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, wow, I can't read that. Scorpius something or other. 2A. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the Scorpius run. There you go. 3A. Okay, Star Wars. So, I have a story about this collection. How did this come about? Received an email from a lady who inherited a collection. Her father had just passed away, and he left the collection to her and her sister. Initially, you know how these things go. The first email was like, I've got a whole room full of comics and some other stuff. Turned out there weren't very many comics at all, but there was a lot of other stuff. Star Wars toys, Beanie Babies, Hot Wheels. A lot of stuff I wasn't really interested in at the time. I had my store. Things were a little tight. I really had plenty of inventory at the time, didn't really need to be taking on new lines. And to be honest, I don't really have a whole lot of interest in action figures. I tried them in the store. I don't hate them. They're not my thing. I'd rather focus on comics, and they didn't do real well. Maybe it's because of my attitude or my lack of knowledge on the subject. I'm not sure, but certain ones sold really well. Spider-Man, Marvel Legends, that type of stuff. And other ones just I've had on the wall for years. Tony still has some of them on the wall. So anyway, I took my friend Joe and told him I wasn't really interested in the other stuff. If he wanted to make an offer on it, he was more than welcome to. So we went and looked, and it was way up in the middle of nowhere, up a dirt road, and they had like a shed where they had a lot of stuff that had unfortunately had a hole in the roof, and it had just been raining, so there was some water dripping in. I think they did a pretty good job of making sure stuff didn't get damaged. And then they had a storage container with a bunch of other stuff in it, and it wasn't at all organized. The comics were all over the place. They weren't even all together. There were some in a box with Star Wars cards, and another in a box with Star Wars action figures. But he was a big Star Wars collector, the father. And there was quite a selection of Star Wars comics. I mean, he had multiple sets, not complete sets, but 1 through 6, the original movie adaptation. And I ended up getting those, and I let Joe take or make a whatever deal he wanted to on the rest of the stuff. And he did pretty well with it, so he was pretty happy too. But here's some of the Star Wars stuff I got. The better ones are in a different box, the higher grade. I've got a really super clean number 1 if anybody's interested. I mean, it's at least a 9.0, and I think it could get as high as a 9.6. I'm on the verge of sending it in myself, but I haven't gotten around to it. But anyway, let's go through this stuff here. So we've got a number 1. This is the Whitman reprints, which you can tell, guys, by the diamond up here. The original ones look like this. You've got the old Marvel box here. It's rectangular, square, and they're usually 30 cents. The Whitmans, I think, are all 35 cents. Now, there is a Star Wars number 1 35-cent variant that is in this style that's really super rare, so don't get confused. Don't just dismiss a 35-cent Star Wars #1 as a reprint, because they were experimenting with, they test marketed some 35-cent books this month. Star Wars #1 was one of them. There was some other ones, I don't remember what they were, but those were worth a fortune. They were really short printed, and it's worth, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a regular Star Wars #1. But usually they also have no barcode down here. So if you see the diamond and no barcode, it's either a Whitman or a Gold Key reprint, which this is. Now, these are still, the #1s are still worth a decent amount of money. They're in good shape. This one isn't. It's sort of a mid to low grade, probably a 4, 5. That one, I got a price at $25. This one actually does say reprint on it. Some of them do, some of them don't. Again, there were multiple reprints of this series, as you can imagine. It was so popular. So here's a #2. This one's in pretty good shape. This is a #2. This is the original Marvel. And another one in a little bit better shape. We've got a #3 in low grade. #3, see the diamond again, guys, and the word reprint and the no barcode. So this is a Whitman or Gold Key. That's in pretty good shape. This is in Marvel, original #3. Another one, a little bit better condition. Yet another one in a little bit better condition. Got a #4. This is the original Marvel. #4 reprint. Does not say reprint, but it has the triangle and the absence of barcode. This is #4, the original. It's a much better copy, and still another nice copy. So there's 2 pretty good copies there. A little bit of rust on this staple here, I think. But other than that, those are 2 pretty clean copies. This collection also included, I think, 6 copies of #44, the Bounty Hunter cover, which I sold, I think, most, if not all of those already. This is a #5 Marvel. Another one in better shape. Another one in still better shape. Yet another copy. #6 reprint. Again, the diamond and the lack of barcode. #6 original. I don't know what causes this, but you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but coming through the back here on the barcode there, you can see some pink. So the inside color on the inside cover is bleeding through to the front cover. You can see it on the word balloon here too. I had never seen that before, and I have no idea what causes it. But yeah, otherwise this is a really nice copy. This one's a little bit better, mostly because there's no color bleed through. Yet another one. And I think that was the reprints. I don't think they did past #6. I could be wrong, but let me jump to #7. We've got 2 copies of 7. #8. High grade, not so high grade. A #9. I think that's, wow. Gil Kane, ink by Tony DeZuniga. #10, Rich Hoberg cover. I don't know if I told the story before, but back in the mid-'80s, I had Rick Hoberg in my store, and he ended up, Howard Chaykin got the job of drawing Star Wars 1 through 6, and towards the end, definitely #6. I don't know if it's any other issues. It's been a while since I've read these Star Wars comics, but Chaykin was just doing layouts, and then Rick Hoberg got handed the job of doing finishes. I don't know if you guys understand the difference. So the different ways of penciling a book. You can do layouts, which is really basic. It depends on the artist. George Perez did much tighter layouts than some artists did. Basically, they would just block in. They would lay out the page, kind of the structure, the panels, what would go where, and they would do very loose figures. And again, it depended on the artist and how loose they were. Like I said, Perez would do much tighter. And anyway, getting back to the story, Howard Chaykin, Rick was telling me that his layouts for number 6 were basically, like, for example, he did for a TIE fighter, he just did basically 3 circles with 2 lines indicating where the fins were. So Howard got paid. You get paid a lesser fee for doing layouts than you do for finished pencils. And then there are inkers on the other end of that. There are inkers who are either inkers or finishers, and guys like Joe Sinnott and Tom Palmer. You'll see a lot of the credits for them. It won't say inker; it'll say finisher, and because they got paid more to do work over just layouts instead of finished pencils, which is what they preferred because they were both pretty decent artists in their own right, and they wanted to have a little more input into the finished work, and they got paid more. So there you go, little inside story into comic book art. So we've got 2 copies of number 10. Number 15, Infantino. It's an artist I never liked. I know he was considered a great Silver Age Flash artist, but wow, I can't stand Carmine Infantino. At one point, he became the editor-in-chief at DC. I think it was shortly after his Star Wars run, but not saying he's bad. I just don't care for his style. So we got number 33, 2 copies of that. 35, again, that's Infantino. 37, Infantino. 38. This was a breath of fresh air. This issue was a fill-in issue by the great Michael Golden, and they got Terry Austin to ink it. To me, it's one of the high points of the entire Star Wars series. Just, if you've never read this, guys, it's just phenomenal, especially the artwork. I don't remember who wrote it. It might have been Claremont. I'm not sure. Then with 39, Empire Strikes Back came out. So Marvel, back then, they had a series called Marvel Super Specials, which was a magazine. And they would publish the entire story in the magazine first, and then they would divide it up into however many issues, in this case 6, and reprint. So basically these are reprints of the magazine, but it's the first time in comic book format. So this is the first part of The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars 39. We've got 3 of those. 40. We've got 1 of those. 41. I don't know. Yeah, this is when they started doing direct to newsstand, so you can see even the corner box is different. There's a 3rd copy. 42. Yeah, this is the one. So I still have at least 1 of these left. There might be 1 or 2 others. The 2 high-grade copies, I think, sold. This is the first Boba Fett. $43. It's a nice copy. And a not-so-nice copy. And 1 more copy. And that's going to do it for this box. So, yep. Got off on a little bit of a tangent there with some storytelling, but from what I hear, you guys like that kind of stuff. So hope I didn't bore you too much. Again, everything you saw is available for purchase. You can let me know in the comments down below. Or if you want to keep it more private, you can send me an email at the Gmail address on the card. Thanks again for watching, guys. We appreciate your time. Again, I don't take anybody for granted, and I really do appreciate you tuning in and giving us a watch. If you're not subscribed already, please do. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.